Yo, what's up, y'all? Hey, what's up? What up, everybody? How y'all doing? What y'all doing? All right. What's going on? What's going on, people? How you doing? Welcome to the TBShow. Welcome to it. We in the house. Yeah, we're in the house. We're in the house. We're in the house. All right, everybody. Where we at? Okay, YouTube. What's up, YouTube? How y'all doing, YouTube? YouTube people's in the house. I want to say what's up to my people on YouTube, and we're not on any other platforms but YouTube. So I guess it's just us. How you doing? I'm gonna give a shout out to my man Buck Bewley, moderating, helping me out over here on YouTube as always. Thanks, Buck. Kimo Sabi. What's happening, people? It's on my damn jacket. It gets dusty down here, man. What's up? Brush up against something and all hell breaks loose. All right. Every day is a little step towards normalcy. Yeah. Every day a little bit further back to the normal. A little further back to normal for everyone. So, I'm feeling pretty good. How you guys feeling? Okay, anybody new to the show? Let me tell you how it goes down here on the Tim Black Show. All right, I'm the host. Yep, sorry, no one else is coming. No one else is hosting the show but your brother Tim Black, which is great for you because I'm a very honest person. And that's what you need right about now is you need honesty. More than you need a cute woman with a push-up bra, cleavage showing on her show. I see everybody watching, whatever her name is. It's a lot of cute ladies doing news report shows now. Not saying a damn thing, man, but they are cute. Very cute. Yeah, man, I missed the boat on cute, you know? I missed the boat on cute. Some people say I'm funny looking, as in funny, you know? People say I'm mean looking. That's just because I'm dark brown skin. That's you say that about everybody that's black who has, who's blessed with the melanin. That's what they say. Oh, you scared me. I was just standing here, that's all. That's all I was doing was standing here. It didn't make a loud noise or a sudden movement. You just weren't prepared for all the melanin. That's all that was. Yeah, man. And those are black people. Check this out, guys. You guys ready for some truth, I think. I think you are. Hey, man, I'm not knocking it. You're coming to this world, you got to use what you got. You know what I'm saying? And I get it, but I get to talk about you because that's the nature of the business that we're in. No one is above getting talked about. Make that be very clear here. We're media people. We are media people. No one is above being talked about, ridiculed, compared, critiqued, analyzed, or any of that. So, yeah. So what we do here is we do political contacts, political discussion, political news. We do breaking news. That's what we do. And we have a good time doing it because, frankly, it feels good to get the world a little bit of a piece of our mind here, to tell them exactly how we feel, to do it without shucking and jiving and beating around the bush, because I see a lot of that going on, a lot of the nonsense, a lot of people who just can't seem to keep it real. And that just really disgusts me, It bothers me that so many people get along. They do their whole lives, they spend them, trying to walk a tightrope. A tightrope of not saying anythingism. And I refuse to do it. And what good would it be to have a channel, to have a platform, and then to waste it? kissing ass. You know, last time we covered a little bit of the clickbaity crappy, the clickbait trap, clickbait, political clickbait, or what, I don't know why they came up with that name, you know. I guess it wasn't as creative as the Tim Black show. But anyway, yeah, man, it's all good, family. What I'm gonna say is, you know, I'm still seeing fallout from the people with the TYT thing. You know, I got an editor taking a look at that video, doing that video for me, because I can't do everything, and you know, I can't wait to put that out. I was hoping to be ready by now, but it'll probably be ready by tomorrow morning. Are you people really surprised that TYT, you feel that they're going to the right? Yeah, I think I saw a clip of John something and somebody else. They were like complaining about TYT, and it's like this whole thing. The damage report guy. You know, these are people that none of us would know if they hadn't been on that platform. You know, a lot of these people, man, none of us would know who the hell they are if they hadn't been on that platform. They wouldn't have like rose up. They don't have the type of acumen or, you mean it, be honest, man. These people, none of them have the characteristics of like it, that they would have blown up, that they would have even been known. With all these people on the internet doing content, create news topics, would anybody have paid them any attention at all? I think not. I think not. One reason why these people are known because they went on TYT, and now they're upset because TYT is doing exactly what they've been doing. I mean, to tell me you didn't know that TYT had a game going on the whole time? You just showing up to work not knowing that? I don't buy it. I don't buy it. Nobody that stupid. It's like working for Ford Motor Company and showing up one day after being there 5 years ago and we make cars? When we start making cars? I ain't know we sell trucks. So tonight we got a couple topics I want to hit on I think are interesting, that I think you might be interested in hearing about, which is important, you know, descriptor, because just because I find it interesting, I'm not sure you always will, but that's to kind of like nail it down. The talk of the week has been this Luigi Mangione guy, right? That's the guy everybody's talking about. And it's gotten so bad for MSNBC and CNN that they've gone so far that they're now looking for the internet conversations in order to do their damn shows. Because what we're talking about, as far as the people, it's a lot more interesting than what they're talking about. So what they're doing is now they're going over and seeing what we're talking about, and then they're talking about it. Seeing what conversations the podcasts are making, and then they're talking about it on their major network channel. Then they're the same people that complain and say, we can't get people to vote our way because people watch independent media, people watching other news sources. Meanwhile, they're getting half their content from doing what? Watching independent news sources, watching podcasts. Case in point, CNN. CNN did a segment talking about Bill Burr and this guy, I think it's Corvese, one of Bill Burr's friends, talking about Luigi Mangione, talking about the New York CEO shooter.
I was going to read an article guy. They go, oh my God, he's such a great guy. He had a wife and kids, and he's such a great guy. And then you find out. I was going to read an article guy. They go, oh my God, he's such a great guy. He had a wife and kids, and he's such a great guy. And then you find out he and the other guys he's working for are getting sued for $121 million for dumping a stock and not letting the other people know. It's like, there's your motive. What is more heartless than a CEO of a corporation? The decision in healthcare, the decisions that they make. This is the thing. I'm not saying what happened should have happened, but I'm just, for them to be like, oh, this is like, why would anybody want to do this? It's like they're denying claims and people are dying.
So this is very common kind of armchair analysis. John, your eyebrow is like up to here. I mean, you can't tell me you haven't heard something like this in the last couple of days.
No, look, I mean, there's plenty of anger and frustration in insurance companies, but do not lionize murderers or elevate psychotic screeds into a manifesto.
Do not lionize murderers or elevate the manifesto. Let's do back to the lionize. You know, because I want to make sure, you know, I went to public school systems. You know what I'm saying? So I'm going to make sure I understand what lionize means. Okay, and this is in Prince George's County, Maryland. So, you know, hold on a second. Give me a second here. Hey, Siri, what's lionize mean? Give a lot of public attention and approval. Treat as a celebrity. All right, this prick's gonna sit up here and complain and say that we're treating a notorious killer. Guy killed somebody in the middle of the day in New York City, and it's on tape. And this goofball is up here complaining, saying, don't give him publicity. Don't make him a celebrity. But I bet you like make you a celebrity, huh? Isn't that how you want it there, Sugar Toots? Isn't that what you want there, Jeremy, John, Avalon, senior political analyst, CNN asshole? Isn't that what you want, Mr. Ooh, I just want to, you're just here to do what exactly? Why are you on TV? Why are you want us to lionize you, pay attention to you? What have you done that's interesting? This guy just shot the CEO of United Health, the biggest health organization in the world. We don't know of many other worlds. Okay? The biggest one. He shoots him in the middle of the street. And you're saying, we need to stop lionizing this guy. This is just a dumbass take from a guy who has nothing to say, who's reading from a script, a playbook of things that we need to say about this. And what's hilarious is about it is you can see that these guys are all defending the corporations. They're just scrambling to defend. And if they would just shut the hell up about it, it would go away. But it won't go away because while you're saying don't talk about it, what are you doing, John? What are you doing, Johnny? You're talking about it. So this is a dumbass idea. It's a dumb talking point. He's going to report it. He's going to repeat that same talking point throughout this whole thing about how you should not lionize the killer guy. But we're going to report on it anyway. And we're going to keep reporting on it ad nauseum until something else comes that'll knock it out the news cycle. He's not going to get up and leave from his shit job, though. No, he's not going to do that. What he is going to do is talk down to people talking about it. Let's keep going.
This is insane. Don't make a folk hero out of this cat. He assassinated a CEO going to a thing, and you got a problem?
Why does it matter he was the CEO? We don't give a damn what his job title is. See, this is what it is, folks. Here it is right here. Look. People get shot every day, John. People get shot every day. Why you say it like being a CEO is special? Ain't nothing but a damn job. It's a damn job. He didn't start United Healthcare. He's just a worker who worked his way up by doing God knows what. Okay? He didn't build this, like, I'm a CEO. I'm a CEO of a very small company, my own company that I started, that's an employee of one, basically. Mrs. Black helps when she can. So, it's not CEO, because CEO don't mean nothing. It's a lot of solo operators who are CEOs trying to avoid a bunch of tax liabilities, hoping if they get sued, they can still live indoors. It's a lot of reasons why you would incorporate a company. Create a company, incorporate. Get off the sole proprietorship train. Getting screwed by Uncle Sam. No kiss, no love, no flowers, no cards on your birthday, just getting screwed by Uncle Sam. So yeah. But why all the angst over the fact this guy is a CEO? Who gives a shit who he was? See, CEOs aren't special. In fact, if they are special, they're notorious. The ones we're talking about in this story. But this guy, John, and other people on this panel are going to operate within this mind space and no, this was a bad thing because this was a CEO. Meanwhile, how many other people were shot down? You know, how many people were shot down for less reasons? How many people were shot down minding their own damn business? How many people were shot, caught a stray bullet, going to school or going to lunch or going to dinner or hanging out, going out to the nightclub or just doing regular stuff or stopping at the gas station? Huh, John? You know, that could be what you're talking about, but you're not talking about it. Right? You're not talking about it. Why? Because they weren't the CEO of United Health. Okay? So let's temper the whole thing around that. And let's call it what it is. You guys are star hustling. You're star hustling off the guy's reputation, off of his big name, of having a big salary. But where'd that money come from? Where'd that stardom come from? Huh? How did he get that job? What that job entail? What did he have to do to get that job, that $10 million a year? What did he do? It matters. But they don't want to talk about what he did to get the money. Instead, all they want to do is demonize people who may feel like, who gives a shit? Or we're supposed to all cry in our cornflakes in the morning. We're supposed to wake up and cry in our oatmeal over somebody we don't know who had a job that was very controversial, that took people's time away from their families, i.e. their lives. Now, just because it's legal, just because it's a practice that is accepted in our society, don't make that shit morally right. Now, if Luigi Mangione is convicted of doing this, okay, he's not morally right either. But guess what? If he did it, he's not morally right. But neither are the practices of our insurance companies that put a price tags on people's value of life. If they should have a shot at an operation or a procedure that could save their lives. You understand what I'm saying? So just because that's legal, doesn't make that moral or ethical. I say stop putting CEOs, stop putting corporate assholes on some totem pole or hierarchy as if they're better than the average person who may have been shot down on the same day. We know in America, hundreds of people die every day. Why aren't you talking about some of them? All right, back to this.
With the way insurance companies do business, there are a lot of righteous ways to handle it within the legal structure.
And I want
but I think
anyone else
we're
to
planning to analyze murderers or elevate psychotic screeds into a manifesto. This is insane. Don't make a folk hero out of this cat. He assassinated a CEO going to a thing. And you got a problem with the way insurance companies do business. There are a lot of righteous ways to handle it within the legal structure.
And I want
Listen to this asshole talking about there's a lot of righteous ways to handle it. No, dummy, that's part of the problem. This guy I just read he was like a House of Representatives. This guy is a former U.S. congressional candidate. Oh, he's a candidate. No wonder why he fucking lost. Hey, man, how about some straight talk? Part of the problem we have with our system, John, is it's lopsided. It favors the rich and powerful. Doesn't favor the average citizen. That's the problem. So if we could remedy our insurance system, right, and we can make it so that we would prioritize life. Corporations, insurance companies would prioritize the lives of the people that paid into the system. We're not even talking about people that don't have insurance right now. We're talking about the people that do have insurance, John. They do have it. They do have it. And if you have the insurance, it shouldn't be dropped, and you shouldn't be told no about procedures that could save your life. And what are these mechanisms that are built in that can handle it? These mechanisms are already there that could use. What are those? What are those? Sounds like they didn't work so good for some of us. I mean, we've all heard the horror story. This is not a new thing. You know, Luigi Mangione, God bless him, man. Whatever happens, whatever the outcome of this case is, there has been light shed on a problem. And any light shed on the problem, we'll take it and we'll say, good. We're glad light was shed on the problem. It's a shame that the light had to be shed by blood being shed. That's the only way to get the light is the blood. Because that's the only thing you fucks will report. That's the only time you guys will report on anything is if it's tied to a corporation, right? Or if it's tied to money or you can make money on it. That's it, that's all. That's it, that's all. You wouldn't be covering on a normal day. CNN would not be covering the amount of people that are denied coverage. That would not be a story that you guys would run because one of your major advertisers are the corporations and the United Healthcare and those other insurance companies. One of your primary beneficiaries of your advertising, the chips in your advertising revenue for CNN, not just CNN, MSNBC, all the corporations. Okay? So you have invested your company that you're shilling for or that you're working for that has you there, that's allowing you to be in front of us and be lionized, right? Is you are compromised because you benefit from those same dollars coming from those insurance companies. And you would not talk about the problem that exists about people being denied coverage, save for bloodshed. So in fact, I fought you is almost as much as Luigi Mangione, because if it wasn't for hacks in the high corporate media never focusing on real bread and butter issues, no one would have to resort to this. This would I would submit. It's highly possible because I don't know exactly what the motivations are. We haven't gotten that yet. But I'm saying if this had been a regular conversation, something that was addressed by corporate media, them doing their damn jobs, then perhaps it's possible that we wouldn't be sitting here talking about the death or the murder of Brian Thompson, would we? Because this issue would be addressed and it would be no need. It would be no need. I would like to think for this type of escalation of violence in order to get attention on an issue that deserves our attention. All right, let's go. I heard 34% of these, they denied 34% of the coverages that were requested.
The problem with the way insurance companies do business, there are a lot of righteous ways to handle it within the legal structure.
And I want
but I
anyone
think
else
we're
to-
playing a little bit footsie with elevating this cat, and he doesn't deserve it.
Do you think he's not being elevated by any particular thing. It's like the general internet. There's no one voice you can point to saying you're the one who's turned him into a hero.
I mean, there's
It's
plenty there's plenty of voices. You can go on the internet right now and find all manner of people who are lionizing this person or fetishizing him sexually or so on and so forth.
Oh God, didn't lost it. Just when I give a guy props. I gave you props, Scott. Gave you props like a week ago. I said, well, you know, it's a good thing that I have a Scott Jennings. Trying to keep him honest on CNN. Trying to keep the fools from running down the hill with the butter knives, waving them about, poking at us. But no, here we go. Here you go. Look at him, like he totally resting bitch face. Talking about, oh, they're lionizing. Your skirt is showing there, Scott. You're showing who you really are, or who you are willing to be in order to get the monies. You know who your boss is, don't you, Scott? Yeah, you do. Corporations. Who's the honest actor between you and I, Scott? I am, because I call out corporations and I'll call out the Democrats. Okay, Democrats, corporate power structure, them too, but Republicans are the king of the corporations. They the main, they call Democrats how to Dougie. All right, this is disappointing.
Lionizing this person or fetishizing him sexually or so on and so forth.
But I mean mainstream media. Like, I don't think the mainstream media is doing erotic fan fiction of this guy. Like, that is the thing that's happening.
Somebody who was trusted by the mainstream media just as soon as a few months ago, Taylor Lorenz was out there saying she felt joy when she heard about this. I mean, I agree with John.
corporate media. Gives a shit about corporate media.
I think there's a culture in the United States right now that just doesn't, there's no respect for
There's no respect.
laws. There's no respect for.
No respect for laws? We don't have respect for laws? You know you're about to say there's no respect for CEOs. I caught you. I caught you there, Scott. See, here's the thing. This is what's funny. There are people that are conservatives, and they love to run this guy's name everywhere, and they like to big him up. They love this guy. Some people, like that DeVore guy, and like it's all the conservatives like really behind Scott Jennings. And what we had in common is our disgust for the Democratic Party. But no. When it's time for me to call you out, I'm gonna do that too. They will not admit that they are a bunch of corporate butt-kissing folks. And that's where their allegiance really lies. And they're not going to be honest about this. They're not going to break with Scott and say, Scott, because at the end of the day, they're just as disappointing as the Democrats who kiss ass, who fell in line for Kamala. They're going to fall in line for them corporations the same exact way. And they're falling in line, and they're going to take their cue from Scott. And they're going to act like there's never a reason to tell a corporation to shove it up their ass. But they had no problem doing that when it was Coors. When Coors went woke. Yeah, see, the conservatives will boycott Coors for giving a TikTok person a can that they can use in their house. Yeah, give them a picture of them on the can or a case of beer for their home. It wasn't even sold in stores. And Kid Rock had to go shoot the cans up. Remember this? Kid Rock had to shoot the cans. Make a big stand. Yeah, not on my watch, not on my Coors. Why can't you take a stand like that when it comes to healthcare companies denying coverage for you and your brothers and your sisters and your cousins and your neighbors, fellow Americans, patriots? What happened to the patriotism? What happened to we gonna stand in the solid as oak? What happened to all of that talk? Huh? All of a sudden, cat got your tongue. Oh, can't talk so well. Got Scott up there furrowing his brow. Sympathetic thing. That's why I say, man, be careful who you trust and never trust any of these characters too much. Okay? Too much.
No respect for life. There's no respect for our cultural norms, and people believe.
What are you even talking about, Scott? Scott, you're sounding like you're grasping at straws to make some shit up. He's just grabbing at anything. Scott, you are lost right now, man. Where are you? I don't even know where you are right now, Scott. Where are you, Scott? I can't even see you. You've disappeared. Scott is gone. He's in the darkness, in the wilderness somewhere. He's turned into world salad. Scott Jennings. What happened, man? Damn it, dude, you're not making much sense. We done lost our touch of our culture. We don't care about the rule of law. What? What? What part of you, what part of denying people's claims do you not understand? Are you that? Yeah, I guess you are. I'm telling you guys, one thing that's hilarious is watching people who get paid for a living, who make a living out of denying reality. And then a story like this comes up and they can't hide anywhere. And that's the beautiful thing about the media business, man, because you never know what's going to happen. And now these guys have got caught, they're exposed. And Scott looks like this. Yo! I don't know how the camel ended up in the car. But Scott looks like a camel caught in a sedan with a sunroof. Yo! I didn't know how this happens. Somebody come get Scott out the goddamn car. I don't know how you did that to yourself, Scott. What were you drinking? You sounded like Kamala Harris up here. You sounded like every goofy liberal that ever walked up on the MSNBC platform and started talking. You sound like AOC right now. You're AOCing it up here, baby. That's how you say, we don't respect the rule of law. We're a country of rules and laws and checks and balances. We got to sacrifice life. I don't know. Yeah. Oh, it's going to be a good time, man. Oh, it's going to be good. It's beautiful being me because I get to tell the truth, Scott. You have to lie. You have to lie. So, yeah, they're going to run. Let's see some more. They're going to do some more running around here, guys.
They should be able to take matters into their own hands. It's pretty ugly.
I think it works on always.
Yeah, oh, but Daniel Penny. Unless you're Daniel Penny, this guy's got the audacity. He was just 2 seconds ago, he was just claiming how great Daniel Penny was for taking the law in his own hands. And now, all of a sudden, he's like, don't ever take the law into your own hands. This is a breakdown of the moral fabric of America. We're losing the bearings. Everyone's going crazy. We got to... Someone help us, Jane. Stop this crazy thing. Face.
I think it works on both sides. I think it works in this country in general. You said before we even got into this conversation, the internet is consistent. It's consistent with people who have things to say but really have nothing to say.
Listen to this. Listen to this moron. She said the internet is consistent of having people with something to say but nothing to say. You know what I've noticed? You know what I've noticed, Carrie? I've noticed the preponderance of CNN contributors such as yourself having a platform on CNN and not having anything to say. Being about as interesting as linoleum. Yeah. Linoleum, beige carpeting, beige walls. Off beige, even. Yeah, and then pretending like that makes them somehow studious and having caps on their teeth and having their hair done and sitting in the chair for the makeup and coming out and not saying a goddamn thing that's interesting. And then it's making strong statements, bold statements, without anything to back them up. Like you just did. You said the people have something to say, but nothing to say. That would basically surmise your entire career, wouldn't it? I think that'd be a good primer on exactly what that's your get down, sister.
And their opinions really don't matter.
Listen to this. She said their opinions really don't matter. When you don't have anything to say, I understand how it is. Sometimes when the panel goes around, it gets to you quick and you don't have shit to say. So it's good to go after the people that aren't there because that's pretty good. That's when you do it. Or maybe you're just still butthurt about all the people that roasted you from the last time you were on this panel. You said a lot of dumb shit and you actually started looking, you listened, and then you read the comments. And look, that's a rookie mistake for you, okay? Because the shit you were talking last time you were on this show, couple that with now, not a good look, sister. But to say that the people are dumb and they should not be talking and they have nothing to say, and then you come in, you have nothing to say. Let's see if you say anything of substance that's important. Let's hear her out. I don't think she will. But why not give her a shot anyway? I mean, she isn't someone at home. She's on CNN. So obviously, she has more to say.
I think something's really interesting about, not even interesting. Did anybody see that movie, The Rainmaker? Did you guys ever see that movie back in?
She's like darting all these places. You're darting all over the place. Woo! You know, I guess if you just go to speech class, you learn how to talk in these type of tones that are kind of inviting, where you can kind of use your, use the bottom register of your voice, and it sound like maybe you have some like command of the English language. And maybe if you bounce around different topics, people won't notice that you haven't said shit. You've been talking for about 45 seconds. You haven't made a point that's relevant, and you bounce from topic to topic. This is your fourth topic. Your fourth point of things that are kind of random. And 3 of them, you were shitting on other people that aren't even there and weren't even the shooter or the corporate or the insurance industry. So I don't even know who you're talking to right now. But that's how good it is to be current champion, to be a CNN contributor. You get paid to come talk on a panel about an insurance, a CEO of United Healthcare being gunned down, about the killer being in custody, about people being upset with the insurance company to the point where they overlook the killer, where they're even more angry with the killer of the CEO and the practices of his company. As if that's crazy. If you had a corporation that was poisoning people, taking people's lives, and if somebody decided, you know what, I'm going to do something about that, you would not be that surprised. But since it's insurance companies, you're like, how dare this happen?
The day,
One of
1997.
these sort of lawyer, hero lawyer dramas.
John Grisham. And it was not necessarily similar to this, but the lawyer was Matt Damon, and he was suing a big insurance company.
It's not necessarily, it's not. She said, she brings up a movie and then says the movie is not necessarily similar to this. Then why the fuck are you bringing it up? Who brings up a movie? We're talking about one thing. We're talking about Luigi, Mangione. We're talking about the killing of Brian Thompson. We're talking about that impact and this phenomenon that's sweeping, and how you guys are not addressing the elephant in the room, which is people really hate insurance companies. Instead of dealing with why people hate them, you like ran around shitting on people talking on the internet about not liking them. And then you stopped at a couple different places. Now you bring up a movie. Who the hell brings up a movie and then they say the movie doesn't have anything to do with what we're talking about, but I'm going to bring up this movie that's not really similar, but kind of similar? Like, what are you talking about? And you started all this by saying people on the internet don't know what they're talking about. Sister, you don't know what the hell you are talking about. I think you were speaking about yourself. Projecting.
Because they kept denying a claim. And in this particular case, the young kid died and he had cancer, but his mom kept trying to fight the big insurance.
Man, just cut her fucking mic, man. Cut her mic. You could have saved us a lot of time, just went to John Q. How come you just can go to John Q? You didn't want to get a brother a little bit of praise, huh? Had to go to this Grisham shit from the 90s. Why didn't you go to John Q? That was the late 90s, wasn't it? 2002 or something? You should have went there. That was a better articulation of the thing. I mean, since you say it's that similar. Goofball.
Insurance company, and they won in the end. And I heard you earlier today say, just a moment ago, say,
what a wasted segment. People are sitting there looking at her like, what the hell is her problem? They're just letting her run out the clock on this, aren't they? This is just let her say whatever diarrhea breath has to say. Let her keep on, let her keep going.
Ways to go about this. For people who feel frustrated, and
she's still talking. She is still talking. Now she's all the way around, and now she's going to end on a note of saying, but you know, people have a right to be upset.
Not excusing Luigi at all, but I don't know if anyone feels like there are any legal ways to go about it. And I'm still unclear on what his actual motive is. He comes from this wealthy family. He had a back issue. We're hearing all of these different issues, and I'm like, what was he really trying to do and say? Not that we need to try to understand.
Hey guys, I'm sorry. I can't. I'm sorry. I try to be a professional here, you know, and address what's being spoken, but it's difficult when she didn't know what the hell she's talking about. And look, I was offended that she said, you know what I'm saying? Like, you know, I felt a certain kind of way about you saying people on the internet don't have a right to talk about shit. They should shut up. Basically let you talk about it, then you not really talk about a goddamn thing. It's just, I don't know. Anybody else?
What was really the motive behind this? Sometimes it's just quality, but they're not solved by people writing manifestos, using a gun to murder a private citizen.
People get murdered all the time. People get murdered all the time. Hey, man, these guys are exposing themselves. Hey, man, no, it's not right. We're in a society where murder happens all the time. I'm not saying murder is right. I don't approve of murder. I'm not out here trying to murder anyone. Right? That's that I'm against murdering people. Right? But that doesn't change that, if you piss people off enough, somebody might get hurt. And that's how people, I think that's basically where people are. People feel like when their backs are against the wall, when they're looking at this situation and they're thinking about maybe they know someone or maybe themselves have been denied, whatever, they've lost a loved one, that bitterness of that. And once again, guys, remember, insurance ain't free. We already pay more than any other country for it. And then to get denied when you need it? We're getting robbed by the amount we have to pay. And then when we need it, they say, fuck you. And these morons sit around. So, now there's nothing wrong at all with us calling this out. But to try to make it seem like we're making this guy a celebrity. No, he is a star killer at the moment. Because that's what happens with every killer. For a moment, it's news until something else comes up. Why aren't you guys doing long stories about Brian Thompson? Because it'll eventually get back to the fact that Brian Thompson's job, because he wasn't capped, and I don't really know exactly why. No one knows exactly why. But most of us, I would say, in my opinion, I don't think it had anything to do with what kind of dad he was or what kind of husband he was. It had to do about his job. So if you started to focus on Brian Thompson's life, started doing a biography on that to shift the focus onto the victim, you would inevitably get to all the other victims of Brian Thompson. And that's really what the conversation, why you guys are uncomfortable with the conversation. That's why Scott fell on his knife tonight. Here, doing this, whatever this was, this AOC-ish, whatever that was. It's not good. Because there was nowhere to go. But I'm trying to tell people, man, it's all not funny because some of you are crashing out already over this. Look, FBI be listening to what people say, so anybody up here encouraging this type of stuff could get a visit. And I just want to remind all the content creators out there, be quiet. Be careful about how you discuss this. Because your people, you may feel like you're invincible, and you may think nothing can happen, but you know what? Could happen to any one of you at any time from the feds. You think I'm bullshitting? Make it seem like you are bigging this up. Make it seem like you are fanning the flames for more of this shit to happen. And as much as anonymous assholes in your comment section who feel a certain kind of way, and letting you be a crash test dummy, bigging you up, putting the battery in your back, and then you end up getting a phone, then you end up getting a knock at your door. We need to speak with you. And then your ass end up in court. And it ain't really in court. You just sitting to see how hard they're going to hit you with the hammer. For abetting, for whatever, what they would call inciting or whatever, violence or whatever. So just be careful, man. Don't get this thing twisted. Don't get pumped up off your microphone and your internet connection and thinking, oh, you got a platform and you want to talk shit, and you see a moment to like laugh, to like let your flow off, get your flow off. Have a good time with this. Attract some viewers. Be bombastic. Be controversial. Be heated and all this stuff, and say a bunch of stuff. You're not. Bill Burr can hide behind the fact he's a comedian. Some of y'all ain't even funny. So what you gonna hide behind? What you gonna say you was joking? When did you do comedy? Where's your skits? Huh? Up here egging people on. So I'm just saying, look, case in point, you think I'm playing, you think I'm exaggerating. I'm not exaggerating. They come lock your ass up, Johnson. Be a bunch of GoFundMes out here trying to get your ass out. I can't believe they did that. They locked Jimmy up. They locked his ass up. I can't believe America, they did this in America. Yeah. Where you been? Where you been? You think I'm playing, man? I saw this. I said, well, Jesus Christ. This copycat fool.
Of the threats, we would also be asking for GPS with house arrest conditions to protect the community.
With her head in her hands, Brianna Boston learned she would be held in jail on $100,000 bond. The Polk County judge adding the bond was appropriate given the, quote, status of our country.
It's not like she's a child. She's 42 years old, so we're not dealing with a child here. She should certainly know better.
Lakeland Police Chief Sam Taylor says his department was contacted by the FBI Tuesday. Authorities say in a recorded phone call about a denied insurance claim, Boston told a Blue Cross Blue Shield employee, quote, delay, deny, depose. You people are next, end quote. The language matches the words police say were written on the shell casings found at the United Healthcare CEO's murder scene in New York City.
We will take this very seriously, and we will put you in jail if you do something like this. It is not a joke.
According to Boston's affidavit, the mother of three told police she did not own firearms and was not a danger to anyone. But she added, healthcare companies played games and deserved karma because they are evil.
Yeah, she talked that smack, didn't she? Yeah, she got up there, she made a threat. I was just talking. Hey, where we going? Where we going? Hey, my shoe. Hey. Yeah, what happened to the whole thing about not wanting to be breaking up families? What happened to that part? Remember that? Separating families? Remember that part? I don't even own a gun. What are you doing? No. What was you doing when you was online? Talking about deny, defend, depose. What was you doing? What was you doing? Oh, me? I was just I was just, I was just joking around, I'm feeling a little personal. Get in the car. Get your ass in the car. Hands behind your back. Trying to tell you guys think I'm joking, think I'm playing here.
Similar to the accused shooter in Manhattan, Boston is getting support online from people who say that she was just sharing her opinion and should be protected by the First Amendment, but police do not see it that way. She's facing a second-degree felony of written threat to kill or injure, conduct a mass shooting, or an act of terrorism, a serious charge that she could end up in prison for 15 years.
God.
Reporting live in Lakeland, I'm
15 years in jail for talking smack. Yeah, man, I besides tell people, I say, yo, don't get it twisted, man. Don't let the smooth taste fool you. They are not playing games with your ass right now. These corporations, yeah, they worried. They worried big time. CNN and the rest of them. Everybody's worried. Everybody on eggshells right about now. They be keeping us fighting amongst ourselves for a long time for a very good reason. America has way too many guns and way too many pissed off people. Don't get him a target. They're like, oh, don't make us a target. We'll come get you. All right. Keep it up. Keep it up. Oh, that's not gonna happen. The people gonna fight back. Uh-huh. She'll be in that jail while they fight back too, sitting right there, just watching the kids grow up. Just I would come see you, but it's so far away. All right, Brianna. Brianna, 42 years old. She know time to play games. Too old for games, Brianna. 42 years old. You do better. All right. But yeah, they're really crashing out over this Luigi thing, man. They are losing their minds. And I don't think it's going to stop anytime soon, man, because like I said, us killing each other off, they don't care about that. They don't care. Poor people get shot every day. Come on, now. Poor people get shot like going out of business, man. It's a daily, it's a multiple, man. Come on, Johnson. How many people get shot? Probably 30 people got shot last weekend in Chicago alone. I don't know. I don't want to say Chicago, but you know what I'm saying? Pick a major city. Baltimore, Maryland. I don't know. How many people? You know what I'm saying? But nah, was they CEOs? Were they the CEO of United Healthcare? No, they weren't. No, they weren't. So they're going to be talking about this for a while, and they're feeling real antsy right now. Okay, and they're willing to sacrifice a lot of brokies, a lot of broke poor ass people. They're going to sacrifice a lot of y'all to get y'all to realize, oh, we ain't playing. We will lock all of you up. Yeah, I saw they were having this conversation on I think it was The View. They were talking about it, and yeah.
I mean, I agree with mostly everything that's been said. I mean, we know that, only about 31% of Americans trust our healthcare system. We have a terrible healthcare system. And, doctors suffer because of big corporations as well. Doctors that want to do good, like my husband, operates on someone even though they don't have insurance and then has to sue health insurance companies to get paid for the work that he's been trained his whole life to do. So there are a lot of problems with it. But the notion that we are in a violent country, this country was built on violence. We're a very violent country. And it's just undeniable that that's the case. And so I'm not, unfortunately, surprised that people are celebrating the use of violence. I'm not surprised that this young man thought that change could be accomplished through violence. 1 in 4 Americans say violence against government sometimes is justified. And today, in 2024, 1 in 10 Americans say violence is justified right now against corporations and government.
That's very
those are just.
And even though I don't think he might change something, he might have laid out a plan for a copycat. That's what I see.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well. I'm gonna say for the first time in a long time, Sonny said something that I could say that I would agree with the factual side of what she said when she said, well, we got a bad healthcare system. I'd have preferred it if she was talking about this like last week or last month or the last 2 years, or any time before. Because I don't recall her talking about this shit. When she had candidates on her channel, they had candidates come through The View that thought that we should have better healthcare systems. They boo-hooed them, and they were pushing either Hillary or they were pushing Joe Biden. That's what they were doing. And talking about these other people are wacky. I don't know, did they even have on? They didn't even have on Dr. Jill Stein or Dr. West, did they? Because they were talking about some type of better healthcare system than what we currently have on. Did they have these people on? I don't think they did. I don't think you did this cycle, did you? Or any other cycle. So, it's just, and that's the thing. It gets so, it's so hypocritical when they act like they pretend that they care about stuff that's important. They say the right things only because they pay attention to us. So here's the deal, guys. It's disrespectful when they say they don't care about the internet and that the non-corporate media and the people who have their own platforms, which all of us have our own platforms. If you have a presence on social media, that's your platform. You may not have built it up, but it's your platform. And you can use it as you want. They're listening to what we say, then they're taking bits of it and putting it in their in their content so this doesn't seem as tone deaf as it is. Okay? And then they're going to turn around and say, you shouldn't be able to talk. But I appreciate Sonny saying a little something that's not totally tone deaf for a change. That's a nice change on you. Okay, that's a good look for you, Sonny, instead of always doing what you normally do. But yeah, those people that, it's not just so much people saying violence, it's that people are looking for any type of momentum behind the idea of getting something better done for the people. So people are looking for momentum in a direction that we want our healthcare system to go. That's what it is. And this provides some momentum for that. And if anyone gave the thumbs down on your parents or your loved ones, neighbors or friends, or getting a procedure that could save their life, anyone who would do this to that, I don't think you would ever feel bad for them if life did this to them. You know what I'm saying? So that's all this really is. You're making it about the violent act carried out allegedly by Luigi. You shouldn't even make it about that. It could be anything. He could have slipped and fall and fell down some steps. He didn't, but I'm saying anything that befell a person that did that, no one would feel bad for. Based on the context of what they did for a living. Would you feel bad for someone who worked doing some heinous jobs that took people's lives? No, you wouldn't. Not in a just society. So just because something's legal doesn't mean it's, like I said before, just because it's legal does not mean it's ethical, doesn't mean it's moral. Damn sure doesn't mean we need to be upset about it. But as moral people, we can feel a certain kind of way. We can say, hey, I wish it would not have gone to that. But then we understand somebody who might have had time and all that consideration and lose patience with a system that they feel ignores them. And then we start getting into the particulars, and this is where Kerry's point could have been made, and she could have just came out with this and said, hey, I don't even know where this guy's coming from. He's from a rich family, and I think his family's even involved in the healthcare industry. I don't even understand what's happening. I'm like, boom, I didn't understand that either. Like, what's Luigi, like, he's from a rich family? What was you denied that your family didn't have money to get done? I don't know. So more has to come out. So talking specifically about this is not it. I don't even want to do that no more. All I'm saying is the people get to feel the way they want to feel because the people are tired of taking it on the chin. And if you're staying with the people, you're staying with the people. I'm one of them people. I'm a people. So yeah. We feel the way we feel. Let's go to comment section real quick. I got one other story, but it's on a whole different topic. Before we switch topics, I want to know if people understand, where people are at. What's going on, Buck? How you doing, man? Remember, guys, we still take likes. We still take likes for the show. People were complaining and say, Tim Black, man, the ads on your content are crazy. I'm like, wow, I don't do anything special. It's like 3 settings for ads, right? There is high, then it's like medium, and then there's like conservative. So I had medium setting for ads, and the system handles it. And then Buck told me, Buck was like, man, people complain about the ads, but frequency of the ads. I'm like, I thought they don't show ads until, like, if you've just been seeing ads, they don't put ads. I thought they say that's based on person, man. That's what I was told. Was like, if you might go not see ads for a while because you just saw ads, and if you have seen ads, then you get skipped. And if you haven't seen ads, you may see ads. But I don't know. So anyway, what I did was after listening to Buck and checking out my comment section a couple times, I was like, okay, you know what? I'm gonna adjust it all the way to the lowest setting. So right now, there's only 3 settings, and right now the comments, the ad frequency is set to low. The only next notch is off. And that can't happen because, I got to live indoors. So I can't just turn the ads off on all my content. And they would still run ads. That's what you don't get. Just because I wouldn't make money doesn't mean they don't make money. They're going to run their ads anyway. If I cut the ad frequency to low, which is what I did, but if I cut it all the way off, I think they'll still run ads. I just won't get any money for it. They'll just pick up all the money. And remember, when I run ads, they get money too. It's not like I get all the money. It's a cut. It's 60-40, but it's still a cut. That's why this is a money-making thing. But I want people to know, I turned it all the way down, Johnson. So instead of being on 5, we're on 3 or 2.5 or whatever. Because I figure, let's see if I can stay indoors this way. I don't know. Who cares? I mean, I care, but what I'm saying is, who knows? It might not even matter. Like it might not even matter. It's not like I'm making a lot of money anyway. It's not like I'm working for TYT and picking up them TYT checks. It's not like I'm making big money. It's not like I'm making big money, man. So we go ahead and shut it. I mean, what's the difference, man? What's the difference? Poor is poor, right? Broke is broke, right? Broke. I'm making a lot of money over here, independent media. But okay, that's what we did. So we did that. Buck, how we doing on the comments, man? I'm on the likes. So we okay with the likes? Looks like Jesus Christ, man. I see we got the usual suspects in the house. What's up, usual suspects? What's cracking? You still got my people in the house. I got my man Wraith. Send a piece of gratitude, brother Tim Black, Wolfpack Nation. What's up, Wraith? How you doing, fam? Well, I feel that true. That true. Okay. He blew up. Allison McCray became a YouTube member. Thank you, Allison. Yeah. Raphael Chilepe. He said, you watch Jimmy Dore? Revelated the spirit of variance. Ah, yes, Curry Champion, the same chick who caught herself reading word for word her lines off a teleprompter on live television more than a decade ago when she was still at ESPN. Yeah. Black Mamba Super Sicker. Yep. Megs in the house. What's up, Megs? And Donald Moore. In America, the have-nots have better not threaten any of the haves. That's what I'm trying to say. And I've been saying, like, people are talking, hey, I got you. I'm just trying to remind people because whatever, as a person that does content, you can get on one. You can get, you're getting wrapped up in the moment. You're getting feeling heated. You got righteous indignation. You got fire in your belly. You're talking about something you care about, and you go on one. And remember, this lives forever. And they're not going to listen to you say, oh, well, I was just upset. I was a little angry. My blood was pumping. Come on, I'm Irish. No, we get, I've been to Italy one time. I mean, I wouldn't be able to say that. You could say that, See, man, you say, I had some clams. Clams make me crazy. You know what I'm saying? Now, they ain't going to listen to none of that. They're not going to be considerate. Not at all. Not considerate at all, folks. So it is what it is. Check this out, guys. I was looking at you guys, okay, can we move to the next topic? Because I want to play this. I want to find out what this was, man. I did not cover this. And I kind of have like a sustain from covering certain people. And I'm like, well, you know what? Maybe I shouldn't be that way. Why should I be like not covering certain stuff? Let me cover this. So, Nick Cannon from Wild 'N Out fame and other movies and other stuff, and has all the babies with all the baby moms and stuff. And seemed like a, cool dude, I guess. You know what I'm saying? People like him. Corey Holcomb likes him. I mean, I don't know. Some people might not know who I'm talking about. If you watch Jimmy Dore, you probably don't even know who Corey Holcomb is. I don't know. I don't know who my audience is now. That kind of blew my mind. Nick Cannon had a guest on his show, Candace Owens, and they had a conversation about a number of things. One of the things they talked about was her conversation with Don Lemon and her Don Lemon thing kind of went viral, whatever. So there are people covering this. I thought, hey, what the hell? Why not I jump in? Let's see what Candace has to say to Nick about Don Lemon or whatever.
Of course, respectfully. If you say to me you should respect people, I always respect people. I would disrespect you if I lied to you. I'm not going to call a man a woman. I'm not going to call a woman a man. I'm not going to say sorry for telling the
your
truth.
Beliefs.
It's not my belief. A woman cannot be a man, and a man cannot be a woman. It's not a belief.
But I'm saying in your perception of the world is different from someone else's perspective, because just as emphatic as you are, that you believe what you just said, there's someone that believes emphatically the opposite.
Okay, so what you're talking about is the idea that everything can be subjective and there's no such thing as truth. And let me tell you why that. But that's why it's either a yes or a no.
No, because we're either talking about feelings or facts.
No, but that's what I'm saying. I believe there is objective truth. Okay.
Okay.
A person that is born a man, okay, a person that is born with a penis, as we call it, okay, cannot ever grow up and give birth. Do we agree with that?
Yes.
Okay, so there is such thing as an objective truth. I will not apologize for sharing objective truth. I'm not going to apologize for not saying because his feelings are hurt and do you see how I feel? Because
so you have no problem going throughout the world hurting people's feelings.
I have no problem going out the world. That's one way to pitch it. Telling people the truth so they can better their lives. So they can live in reality and not the one, not the fantasy land that they're creating for their lives. But what if someone
believes that is a better life for them?
Okay, well, let's play it your way then. Let's do it the other way. There are a group of people who are now referring to themselves as minor attracted people.
Oh, I knew you was going. Can't go there.
Hey, but that's what they believe. They believe that they are in love and want to have sex with children. They believe that, Nick. They believe it and can't.
Okay, let me back up before she got into that area. Let me say this, man, and it's. All right, look, man, we make a lot of money. I just said we don't, right? If you Candace Owens, you made a lot of money, right? Of being, saying controversial shit. It really makes things interesting for her. It makes it very lucrative for her to make very harsh comments about groups of people. That's what she's been doing. That's what she really cut her teeth on a while back. You know what I'm saying? And then it kind of went south on her. This conversation about, what anatomy and who's a man and who's not a man and what's a woman and all this stuff, we can all, you can say what your truth is, and that's fine. You know what I'm saying? I get that part, but let's not leave out the reality of the conversation is only happening because people see a money-making opportunity within it. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's why she stayed stuck on it, because of the lucrativeness. It's not because she's trying to save someone. You're not trying to save anybody anything. You're not trying to bring people into reality or whatever the hell that is. You're just saying it because it's lucrative. It's like it's a lane. And it's a lucrative lane. The same way when you were shitting on black people, you were just saying it because it was lucrative. Because it helps you. It did not help. I don't know who you thought you were saving by telling black people that they were stupid or lazy or didn't know what they were doing or whatever nonsense you were riding and hanging your hat on back in those days. So, I have no problem with all. If someone says, hey, I believe this about gender and about orientation, about trans or whatever, that's your opinion. Have your own opinions. That's on you. But the thing about it where it gets played out, no matter what side you're on, is some people trying to make it a career. When they try to basically just supplement income by gaslighting on these topics. There is nothing new to be learned for a person. She's always talked about this, and to keep talking about it, unless you're doing some creative thing, like I didn't have a problem when Dave Chappelle made jokes, because his jokes were always different. He didn't keep telling the same jokes. I'd be like, hey, maybe make up some new jokes. Right? He told different jokes. People still didn't like it. Well, Candace Owens is not telling any new truths. These are old truths. She's just going back over the same ground. So, look. Say, hey, I'm going to tell you how I feel whatever. Okay, yeah, that's true. If you ask me a question, I'm gonna tell you the answer. I'm gonna be honest about how I feel. I got no reason to sugarcoat that. I'm not going to deny myself. I'm not going to tell a lie out of my mouth in order to satisfy you. You don't want to hear it, you shouldn't have asked. You don't want the truth, well, you're about to get it. That's it. But I ain't gonna stay on it. I'm not gonna stay there unnecessarily to try to milk it for more and more and more capital gain. And that's all she's doing. And I think that in itself is like an unethical thing to continue to do. Because that makes them the punching bag, like forever. And it's all gratuitous. It's just to get money out of it. And like once again, got no problem with you saying it. Someone asks you, the conversation comes up, you answer the question, you say your thing, you speak your point of view. You may be on a panel, you may be just in the conversation, whatever. But when you keep going back to the same shot, you keep on doing that same layup when you play horse. Take another shot. Do another move. You know you got the sky hook down. You know I can't do the sky hook like you. Why you keep going to your sky hook? Nobody else here. We playing the guy. Why you keep doing the sky hook? Do something else. Be fair. All right. Let's see what else she has to say.
Are you going to apologize when you call them pedophiles? Are you going to apologize, Nick? Are you going to have them on your podcast? Don't you understand how they feel on the inside when you say that they can't have sex with 8-year-olds?
Man, what's that got to do with this? I mean, I understand what it is, man. Black people, look, man, we want to get some money. We want to get some money. Lord knows they got a lot of kids. He need to put some, make sure you can put some money in the bank, and they're gonna need that money. You know what I'm saying? So I guess you want to hang out with Candace because you want to get adjacent to the paper, and it opens up a lane of opportunity with a certain demographic because she has fans. And it's a gateway to another audience. I get that's why you're doing it, and not just Nick, but all of you. Maybe that's why I'm even covering this. I guess I'm doing the same thing. Why else would I cover this? But yeah, that's all it is. But to say, this is comparing this to like PDF files. I mean, come on, man. I think that's a kind of a reach. But hey, yeah, this is what they were talking about. This is it. This is why this was hot. This is what I'm missing now. This is what I got to do. It's like the algorithm is not sharing my content anymore, right? So I'm looking to find out what it is. And it's looking like maybe this is what it wants from me. It wants me to cover this shit because it won't share anything else. It's like I got on a list after the election that it was like, yo, we can't share your content. We're not sharing your content. I went from 40, 50, 60, 70, 100,000, 200,000, 250,000 views to 2. 2. And I'm like, damn, what the 2? So I'm trying to figure out what it is. I don't know if this is it, but man, like I said, I got no problems with people having opinions about these volatile conversations and controversial issues. Let's have a conversation. We grown-ass people. But like I said, it gets redundant, and it's done for money because there is nothing good coming out of the conversation. Is like anybody learning anything? Are we learning something from this? What are y'all picking up? You picking up something from this? So that's my only beef about it.
That is a hell of a point.
It is The slippery slope is not a fallacy, it is reality. We are living the slippery slope. So somebody's gonna have to produce the wall. So there's gonna be a lot of voices that need to be objective and tell people the truth. I'm very happy to be those voices. If you're looking for me to, make you feel good, I can't be your mommy. I can't. That's why I tell people, I can't be your mommy.
But see, that's what I'm saying. It's
I'm not your mommy. You're not a toddler. You're an adult.
But see,
this is what truth is. And if you can't deal with truth, then you're going to have a
What the hell, man? We talking about, like you're trying to break into people that it's illegal for them to touch kids? What are we even talking about? What do you mean? That's a very good point. What you mean it's a good point? It's very basic. We got some morons running around thinking it's okay to touch kids. Okay, let's put them all in jail. Lock their asses up. Well, that's a good point. That's an amazing point. Great job, Candace. Huh? How is that highbrow conversation? Is that cutting edge? That's bleeding edge conversation to say that? Well, shit, you need to watch this show more often. Tune in to this show. I mean, hell, don't touch the kids. That's bold. That's considered truth-telling. To tell somebody who touch kids will break your goddamn hands. That's supposed to be like, oh, eye-opening. Woo! I guess if we live in a society where is that what people think, that we've gone so far that they're saying that the liberals have gone so far that now people are accepting anything like that? Like what people? What people do you know accept that shit? I've never met anybody who accepted that. Not one person, ever. I don't know what you're talking about. But if you're saying that if you actually believe just because a group of people on the internet, a certain little Facebook group or some shit, you got the internet will allow. The internet is a connector, man. It connects people for good reasons and it connects people for bad reasons, right? So what may be a very minimal amount of people, if you give them a local destination, virtual destination, they don't have to travel to, they ain't got to pack no bags, they ain't got to have no money to get in, there's no cover charge, no nothing. All they got to do is click and they're in, and they can group and congregate amongst themselves what would be normally in any central location, any region or any city, town, whatever, will be a very small amount of people can turn into what seems like a somewhat reasonable or a somewhat larger number of people. But it's really nothing in comparison. These people are stretched out all over the globe. And it's a very small number. 40% of Americans do not vote. That is millions and millions and millions of Americans. What's the group of people that you're talking about here? Less than 1% of the population? Is that what we're talking about? And that's what I'm saying. We take an issue such as this with people who believe they should be able to do what Candace said, and you act like that's a rampant thing when it's like 1% of the population. Less than 1% of the population. And I don't care who you are or what bad thing, there's going to be about 1% of people doing that bad thing, no matter no matter what the bad thing is. Because people are screwed up. People are screwed up. Now, if you're saying that people are saying you should not be able to talk about that, or you shouldn't be able to push back on that, or you shouldn't be able to have an opinion about it, I disagree. You should be able to have your opinion about it. But let's not focus on it to the point where we act like it's a normal thing, like it's a regular thing, like everybody has to deal with this in their lives, and that's what's going on. So so it's this thing that's pervasive. That's sort of like gaslighting. And once again, it's it's not. It's not taking over the world. So you can just throw a rock and you hit a hit a person in the head who wants to, who thinks it's okay. Anyway, guys, this has gotten real creepy. But hey, I don't know. Maybe this is what the algorithm wanted for me. Because, like I said, it is what it is. All right, my name is Tim at TimBlackTV.com. Well, that's my email, Tim at TimBlackTV.com. Send your story ideas to the channel that way. And we'll just keep the party going, man. We'll keep having conversations. Yeah, I was just wondering, like, what is going on? These people's numbers are great. What are they talking about? Oh, this is what they're talking about? Then I play the whole clip, and it's like, oh, God. I knew the first part when Candace told Don Lemon that she didn't believe in gay marriage or something like that. Something like that. Something she don't believe in gayness or something. That God created Adam and Eve, not Adam and Steve. And that's how long that type of thought has been around. And, that's an old ass joke. And she says it like just brand new shit. Like, it's cutting edge, and I won't baby you. I'm going to tell you how I feel. Archie Bunker said that shit in the 60s, 70s. There's nothing cutting edge about that shit. Being anti-gay ain't new. Woo! Risque. All right, guys. We'll be back tomorrow. Back tomorrow with more Tim Black Show. Y'all run across something that's interesting you think I should talk about, let me know. I will give my honest take on it, and I will not spare the rod. What's going on? I want to thank my people for coming through, man. Trust No Party. Trust No Party gave me a super sticker. Thank you, Trust No Party. I appreciate you. But how we do tonight? We did decent? I don't know. It don't matter. We're still here doing what we do. All right, guys, now remember, don't let anyone or anyone, keep your cornbread, okay? Don't go giving your cornbread to other people. Don't let them take it from you. Now, if you want to share your cornbread, that's on you. All right? I wouldn't advise it because everybody has their own certain amount of cornbread. I would say keep your cornbread. But if you feel it's necessary to share it, okay, that's on you. But don't let nobody coerce you out your damn cornbread. Right? If God knows, man, don't you let nobody take it. Right? It's your cornbread. All right, I'll see you on the next one. Where are my ladies at?